Hello and welcome to the Virtual Taste of FALA 2022. This is where we hope to introduce you to all the amazing and wonderful things we do here at Flagstaff Arts and Leadership Academy. My name is Eli Cohen. I am the Executive Director here at FALA. I will be one of your initial co-hosts this evening, along with Ms. Alex Cohen-Gray, who is our Dean of Students and, for anyone who asks, is not, in fact, my daughter. So welcome, Alex, and take it away.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Again, my name is Alex Cohen-Gray. I'm the Director of Students here at FALA. Tonight, we are excited to present a taste of what our school is all about. To get started, we would like to tell you about the FALA mission. Our mission here at FALA is this. Flagstaff Arts and Leadership Academy celebrates individual creativity through rigorous academic and artistic programs, which gives students the tools and confidence to construct their own successes by
making learning revolve through the integration of disciplines, concepts, and methodologies.
Developing critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and technical skills through the integration and synthesis of ideas.
Providing opportunities for the cultivation of the student as a whole being.
Emphasizing and modeling a love of learning.
Valuing leadership and interpersonal skills through experiential learning and service to others.
Developing an appreciation of the arts in the lives of our students.
And strengthening learning and a sense of community through the development of partnerships. So soon we will be meeting representatives from our leadership team, our counselors, special education team, students, and also members of our fantastic faculty. But first, Alex is here with some FALA by the numbers.
Yeah, so FALA by the numbers. Here's some fun statistics that we have for you that give a really broad picture of our school and the success that our students experience within. We have about 300 students currently and 31 faculty. And so if you pair that, students to faculty, it's about 10 to 1, which is a pretty nice ratio. But our average class size is approximately 20 students. Last year, in 2021, we had a 100% grad rate, and we actually had that same graduation rate in 2020 and 2019. In 2020 and 2021, 75% of our students enrolled in AP classes took those tests and passed with a 98% pass rate. We had a 98% college acceptance rate, with all of our students receiving scholarship aids. We have currently 50 electives here on campus, and those electives span in different disciplines. We have theater, we have art, we have music, we have dance, we have things like creative writing and journalism. There really is something for everyone. And as we're talking about numbers, I think it's really important to bring up the number 25. Eli, can you tell us why the number 25 is so important this year?
I certainly will. The number 25 is important because this is FALA's 25th anniversary. We were started by Ms. Karen Butterfield in 1996, the 96-97 school year. So here we are at 25, and we very much intend to celebrate that. We are going to be having festivities and celebrations, bringing back alumni, former staff, former administration, over the weekend of April the 7th, 8th, and 9th. I believe the 8th is it's that weekend at the Coconino Center for the Arts and here on campus. We're going to have various artistic performances, both by alumni and students. We're going to have some, I believe we have a brunch one day. We also have a reception one evening. So we're hoping to invite all of the community and obviously, as mentioned, lots of our alumni and former faculty to come back and celebrate with us.
Thank you, Eli.
You're welcome.
All right, let's get to some introductions. First, we'd like to introduce our student services team, and we're going to bring on Janine Burchard, Sun Johnston, and Chadwick Fields.
All right, hello. I will start us off. I'm Janine Burchard, one of the school counselors here at FALA. Just to give you a little taste of what we do a lot. Our role is very vast, and I'm just going to label some of the things that we do. College and career support. 2 times a year we meet with all high schoolers, freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors, and we do a lesson on post-secondary planning. So help them plan for life after high school, and every individual path is unique. So it could be going to a career, could be going to college. We help students map that out. Another thing we do is academic support. If a student's not doing so hot, we ask them why, support them throughout the process, connect them with all school systems like the teacher, the admin, their parents, get everyone on the same page to help support the student. Another thing we help with is events and ceremonies, Senior Honors Award ceremony, graduation, Student of the Quarter, Habits of Heart and Mind Award. If there's an event or a ceremony involving a student, we're going to help play a role in that. Another thing is testing. So we help figure out logistics, make sure students get accommodations, all the like. And then we also help coordinate the sexual education program. For high schoolers, it's Positive Prevention Plus. So we just figure out all the logistics surrounding that.
Yeah, and my name, like they said, is Chad Fields, and I am thrilled that you are here with us tonight. I'm going to chat with you a little bit about more of the stuff we do in the counseling office. So we also run a peer mediation program. Conflicts arise, people are people, and sometimes students like to work with people that they relate to a little bit more. So we have some of our older students go through a training process to work with some of our younger students to just work on any sort of conflicts, whether that's interpersonal or intrapersonal, to just be available to help find solutions with other students. We also another thing we love about FALA is the culture of service learning and volunteerism. And one of the things that is actually a requirement for graduation, but more so is just part of the heartbeat of FALA is that service learning and volunteerism. So we help facilitate that, make sure students are connected with opportunities to fulfill those hours, and we've got some online platforms to help them sort of keep track of that, and then have that accessible in the future when they go on to post-secondary stuff to put on their resume. Another really important part of our job is making sure that everybody graduates and that they take the path that is most effective for them. Sometimes that takes students a little bit longer or a different path, but it's our job to make sure that everybody has access to the classes that they need, and we step in, like Ms. Burchard said, if someone gets off track, we step in and help make sure that we find an efficient route to graduation for them. Ms. Cohen-Gray shared a little bit about dual enrollment in AP classes. So we help coordinate the dual enrollment program where students can earn college credit in high school. Scheduling, right? We make sure that students are connected, like I said, with the classes they need. And if there are ever any hiccups that come up in the schedule or any conflicts, we make sure that those are settled. And help advocate for students' needs in the master scheduling department. So if something's not working out and we notice an issue, we address that. Peer tutoring is a lot like peer mediation. So if students might not be struggling necessarily with relationship stuff, but with class stuff and a peer is more comfortable, we have an awesome team of tutors to help out. And then obviously a big part of what we do is connecting with students to serve their social and emotional needs, whatever comes up.
Hi, I'm Sun. I am the school's interventionist, and so my role is to help support around academics and social emotional learning. And there are my role is quite large, as all of ours is in student services. We do lots of things, but two of the biggest things in the interventionist role is going in and doing some math push-ins. So really then students are getting additional supports with the fundamentals, particularly in middle school, allowing more space and time for students to kind of catch up and be on track with their fellow peers. So that's part of the interventionist role. And then the other piece would be doing lunch bunch, which provides more space for students to work on social emotional needs, whether that's conflict resolution or communication, or just like a safe place to be with your friends. We try and do everything we can in the student services department to really enable our students to be as successful as possible.
Yeah, and honestly, y'all, we just hope to meet you soon. Hope to get you on campus and say hello. And we get the opportunity, the honor, to introduce you all to the lead representative from our special education department. So if you'd help me welcome up the special education director here at FALA, the Wolf. Whoop, whoop.
Good evening, and thank you all for joining us today. I am the Director of Special Education. My name is Christina the Wolf, otherwise known as Christina Wolf, and I'm here to talk to you about our amazing special education department. Here at FALA, we value inclusion to every possible extent. We really look for opportunities to collaborate with our teachers between the special education team and the general education teachers. We value helping students not feel stigmatized, but included as learners. And we teach everything. We want to support kids exactly where they're at and with what they're doing. In addition to that, we work seamlessly with the Student Services Department to help facilitate and support interventions that are happening in student services and have an easy transition into an evaluation process if that's the direction that we're headed. We also value positive family relationships. It's one of our top priorities in the Department of Special Education, as well as here at FALA. We appreciate parent input and welcome all feedback, even when it can be difficult to hear. Finally, we have an amazing and incredible team of professionals in the department. These are people who have a heart for learning and teaching, for service, and for meeting all students where they're at and moving from there. We really hope to meet you, and please reach out to me if you have any questions about our special education department. I can be found on the FALA website at flagarts.com. Thank you. I am so excited to next welcome one of our amazing art educators and one of the other members of the leadership team, Janice Hennis, who will join us now to talk about FALA culture.
Good evening. Welcome. I started at FALA in 1998. So I would love to share the ongoing growing culture of FALA. As mentioned, we are celebrating our 25 years as we recognize our visionary founder, Karen Butterfield, who created FALA with a deep focus on the fine and performing arts, academic rigor, and a connection to place, the Colorado Plateau. As in our early years, we were partners with the Museum of Northern Arizona. And of course, our connection to leadership through our service learning. We do service learning through our local, national, and global communities. And here in the 21st century, we have guiding principles, which we call the habits of head, hands, and heart, which are common good, connection and collaboration, investment, creativity, and critical inquiry. The habits are all integrated into our courses, our advisory program, our student organizations and clubs, our school-wide initiatives, and our experiential and service learning programs. Our students are lifelong learners. They're empathetic, compassionate, innovative, and creative problem solvers, and live civically engaged lives. I'm happy to answer any questions in our future dialogue. Welcome. And here's our first video about what FALA means to our students.
Hi, my name is Indy Nielsen. I am a senior at FALA and I am the student council president. Through my connections I have made at FALA, I have been able to get out in the community and really meet a bunch of people from different walks of life with different experiences, which has really allowed me to grow as a person and expand my horizons. Through service learning, I have been able to give back to the community, which is a massive part of service learning for me. I am so thankful for everything that FALA has given me, and I believe that through service learning, I am able to kind of share this experience with others. Additionally, service learning allows me to learn so much more than I would have in a normal classroom setting, such as reading from an article or attending a lecture. I think that this is really important because it gives me that hands-on learning experience that I really crave. I am looking forward to going on the border trip, which is a service learning trip conducted by the arts department, in which we go to the US-Mexico border and talk with migrants, we do art projects, and we really just get to learn about the humanitarian crisis that is happening at the border. I believe that this will be really beneficial for me to learn about the border with a hands-on experience and hopefully be able to contribute. I hope I can continue to express myself through art and dance, which are my two favorite art forms, and I just really look forward to performing and sharing my artistic passion with others.
Hello, my name is Bridger Buck and I'm a senior at FALA. I am the treasurer of FALA's student council and I am also the president of FALA's environmental coalition. Prior to coming to FALA, I knew that the environment was something that I cared about, but upon coming to FALA and joining the environmental coalition, my love for the environment and my care for work with the environment has grown immensely, and being able to take classes such as AP Environmental Science has really helped me grow my ability to help. And that is what I think is so great about FALA, is that you can take classes and join clubs that intertwine, and so being able to take AP Environmental Science and be in the Environmental Coalition at the same time is really helpful, and I'm looking forward to applying this in college next year, where I will be studying human ecology.
Hi, my name is Indy Nielsen.
And here is a video from our student representatives.
The best part of my day is being in the classroom with the students. I think this is a space where students really feel safe. They feel nurtured. They feel heard. They can express themselves and they can engage with one another in a very meaningful way. I find this school to be truly exceptional, really, really unique. I'm Janice Hennis, and I started at Flagstaff Arts Leadership Academy in 1998. We have really grown our program, especially in the past couple of years in the fine arts, in that we are offering dual enrollment for both 3D design and ceramics, and in draw, paint, print, in a course that I teach as well.
Katie, do you have a wire tool?
I do. You want it?
Sorry, not a wire tool, a needle tool?
I do. I need it. And then
Yeah, I do.
let me know if they work.
We have about a dozen fine arts courses, from film production, documentary, art and design, graphic design, photography, art basics, mixed media, advanced courses, art studio, and like I mentioned, the draw, paint, print courses. What I'm really excited that we do here at FALA is that we really try to highlight our arts in the community. We either respond to community needs through our service projects that integrate the arts to raise awareness. We also do annual shows. We have wonderful community partners in town, like restaurants like Brandy's. We participate in Youth Art Month. We also participate in a Northern Arizona show that's usually held down in Clarkdale. And we have some various online experiences that our students submit into various competitions as well. We also love to share our gift of art with various schools in town. We love to go over to Seacrest or to Killup or some different schools and to the Flagstaff Family Food Center and really engage with art with our community as well. Our students are truly invested in their education. They want to be leaders. They want to translate their experiences for the greater good of the community. They use their art to bring awareness, to self-express, to solve problems, and just to make the world more beautiful through their arts practice. I think we celebrate each unique student here. I think a gift that we have is that we're truly a small school in the sense that no student is invisible here. Every student connects with their classmates, connects with an educator, someone in the front office. Every student is celebrated for their own individual gifts that they bring here and how we can nurture and grow those gifts as they become beautiful, human beings in the world and active citizens.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Rich Kruger and I teach physics, astronomy, aeronautical engineering, robotic engineering, outdoor exploration, and 6th grade liberal studies. And I'd like to introduce to you Miss Erin Buckley.
And I teach theater. As the videos are playing, if you have any questions, please drop it into the chat and we will have one of our expert teachers to help answer for you.
We would like to present a word from the Fine Arts Department.
The best part of my day is being in the classroom with the students. I think this is a space where students really feel safe. They feel nurtured. They feel heard. They can express themselves and they can engage with one another in a very meaningful way. I find this school to be truly exceptional, really, really unique. I'm Janice Hennis, and I started at Flagstaff Arts Leadership Academy in 1998. We have really grown our program, especially in the past couple of years in the fine arts, in that we are offering dual enrollment for both 3D design and ceramics, and in draw, paint, print, in a course that I teach as well.
Katie, do you have a wire tool?
I do. You want it?
Sorry, not a wire tool, a needle tool?
I do. I need it. And then
Yeah, I do.
let me know if they work.
We have about a dozen fine arts courses, from film production, documentary, art and design, graphic design, photography, art basics, mixed media, advanced courses, art studio, and like I mentioned, the draw, paint, print courses. What I'm really excited that we do here at FALA is that we really try to highlight our arts in the community. We either respond to community needs through our service projects that integrate the arts to raise awareness. We also do annual shows. We have wonderful community partners in town, like restaurants like Brandy's. We participate in Youth Art Month. We also participate in a Northern Arizona show that's usually held down in Clarkdale. And we have some various online experiences that our students submit into various competitions as well. We also love to share our gift of art with various schools in town. We love to go over to Seacrest or to Killip or some different schools and to the Flagstaff Family Food Center and really engage with art with our community as well. Our students are truly invested in their education. They want to be leaders. They want to translate their experiences for the greater good of the community. They use their art to bring awareness, to self-express, to solve problems, and just to make the world more beautiful through their arts practice. I think we celebrate each unique student here. I think a gift that we have is that we're truly a small school in the sense that no student is invisible here. Every student connects with their classmates, connects with an educator, someone in the front office. Every student is celebrated for their own individual gifts that they bring here and how we can nurture and grow those gifts as they become beautiful, human beings in the world and active citizens.
Well, poppin' Picassos! Our visual artists are really talented. Next, I would like to introduce you, the one, the only, Mr. Doug Larley!
Yeah. Oh, hi, hello. And how can I top that? Hi, I'm Doug Lyerly. I teach integrated English and social studies for 7th and 8th grade. This morning I asked my 7th and 8th graders, what makes integrated English and social studies an enjoyable class? Why should somebody take it? And they said, well, you're a great teacher. And I said, yeah, I know, but I'm not going to say that during my presentation. That'd be incredibly arrogant of me. But then somebody said, one laugh is my specialty. But then somebody said something really insightful, which is, we have a class that's fun and creative, and there's always people laughing, and we're always working together, but we're handling really heavy topics. And that is a difficult trick to pull off, but this is how we do it. First of all, we have a philosophy of pragmatic optimism. We're going to face the tough things about history and life and the world today, but we're going to do it with the attitude that change is possible and that we can make it happen. The second is we have a project-based learning approach. So this is what this means. Here's an example. We start with a possibly heavy question, like, what is the best immigration policy for the United States? Easy stuff for middle schoolers to answer. And then, then we think, okay, well, how are we going to make this interesting and not a depressing slog? So that's actually our next unit with 8th grade, and we're going to be reading Superman Smashes the Klan, which is a graphic novel about a family of immigrants from China who, along with Superman, who is another immigrant, that's not a joke, he's from outer space. Jeez. Face what it means to be an immigrant in the United States. And in the process, since it's historical fiction, we're going to research and learn about U.S. immigration policy and talk about, well, which was the best idea, and can we come up with a better idea? And then once they come up with the perfect immigration policy, then they're going to create some sort of very cool presentation. And that could be a little movie, it could be their own comic book, it could be an epic song. It's FALA students, it could be all sorts of things. And then they're going to pick somebody who could actually make a difference with this issue and send it off. And here's how I know this actually works. The last time that we did this unit, one of our students sent their idea to a congressional representative in U.S. Congress, and they were so impressed that they did a Zoom call with our class and discussed immigration policy and took the students' ideas. So, in conclusion, fun, creativity, and actual leadership and change, arts and leadership. It's a great class. I love teaching it. You should come do it with us. It's awesome. 7th grade is reading The Outsiders. Look at this poster. It's a snake. It's propaganda. It's awesome. Anyways, they're learning about nonviolent conflict resolution through communication using the arts. Typical stuff. Come to this class. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Lyerly. Middle Middle school English and social studies sounds like a great place to be. Now, we have a music department video. Enjoy.
The world is in a place of great change and evolution right now. FALA seems to me to be a part of that coming change and evolution. I'm Chase Coleman, and I teach 2 piano classes, jazz band, and music theory composition here at FALA. The performing ensembles at FALA are the jazz band, FALA, which is our rock funk band. And the jazz band and FALA perform frequently and also goes to the NAU Jazz Festival. FALA More and FALA Singers. FALA More goes to the Jazz Madrigal Festival at NAU every February also. The piano classes, guitar classes, kids learn how to play guitar and piano in a classroom setting.
Ready, go. C. C again. Now do that G sharp thing. Again.
Well, we hope that the student gains a lifelong skill in music. FALA alumni have gone on not only to be professional musicians, but also teachers in some cases. One young man comes to mind. He became a sound technician and sound engineer working in Ardrey Auditorium, and now he's doing that sort of work with people like Willie Nelson and Pitbull. And another is an indie artist in Los Angeles and recently was a backup singer for Muse. FALA is a very inclusive and welcoming community where each student and teacher, we're free to be ourselves here. There isn't a lot of pressure put on conforming.
Well, Magical Mystery Tour, that music department rocks! I want to learn how to play an axe like that. Can I join it too? And now, though, we have Miss Russell representing the middle school math and science!
Math does rock. It does.
And roll.
Thank you, Kruger and Buckley. Yes, my name's Elena Russell, and I'm FALA's middle school math teacher. Middle school math at FALA really embraces the habits of heart and mind that we have here at FALA through carefully guided self-paced mastery of Common Core state standards. The guided part of our classroom model serves the common good, allowing direct instruction of specific math concepts. The self-paced part of our classroom allows students to connect and collaborate with each other and use critical thinking to seek for answers. Students are encouraged to see mathematics in all different ways and to see it in our real life. And we practice a lot using fun, hands-on activities. Yeah, and that's middle school math. I am also representing for Miss Lauren Wojak, who is our fantastic science teacher. She writes here, in science class, all middle school students will receive a thorough overview of various concepts that are scaffolded for each grade and spiral up to the high school curriculum. Students will participate in a variety of place-based, hands-on science activities throughout the year, giving students the opportunity to find their own passions within the subject, as well as gain a deeper understanding of the curriculum. So a few examples here. In 6th grade, they use a place-based unit on the Colorado Plateau with many in-town field trips as possible. The 7th grade geology unit culminates into a Grand Canyon field trip, which sounds awesome. In 8th grade, she talks about forces of motion, and that include final projects that lead up to bottle rockets and marshmallow catapults. I've seen Miss Wojak in action. She's sometimes on the roof, and they're throwing eggs in a parachute. It's tons of fun. So come join us here at FALA. If you have any questions, go to the Flag Arts website and look for Miss Elena Russell or Miss Lauren Wojak. Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you, Miss Russell. Middle school science and math is truly amazing. I have the opportunity of sharing a classroom with both of those teachers, and I'm amazed by the cool, awesome stuff they're doing all the time. An interesting place to learn, no doubt. Up next is our dance department video.
Here at FALA, we really are wanting the students to come exactly how they are. If you have no dance experience, perfect, come anyway. If you have lots of dance experience, perfect, come anyway. Hi, my name's Elisa Reed and I teach jazz, hip hop, and tap at FALA. Here at FALA, we have amazing dance classes. We have so many different types of classes. We offer ballet, modern, jazz, hip hop, tap, and we're hoping to add African drum and dance again next year. We are offering history, theory, and technique within each course. If you were to come to FALA in middle school, you're gonna get the opportunity to take an introductory level dance course in any of those forms. So right now, a class with me looks like conditioning, isolations, turns. This is for a jazz class. We work on combinations, we work on timing, we work on syncopation, we work on performance quality, and that's every single day at FALA. The choreographers, i.e. the teachers, are setting work pretty much all semester, and we're working on refining and cleaning up the work so that it can be presented to the public. A typical year at FALA, we have 2 dance performances, one in the winter and one in the spring. These performances are opportunities for the classes to showcase what they have been working on all semester and give them the experience of a professional dance performance. We like to enforce theater etiquette. We like to teach them what it's like to actually be a professional dancer, because all of the teachers at FALA have been professional dancers in the past or are currently professional dancers. The FALA student gains the experience of working with working professionals. Generally, if we weren't in a COVID year, we would be going places, seeing shows. We'd be inviting more people onto campus, more guest artists onto campus to be working with them so they can get a broad experience of what it is like to dance for different people. So in the past, they've gone to New York, they've gone to LA, they've gone all over the place to go see shows, to take master classes and all those things, and we can't wait to get back to taking trips with our dancers. Yeah, not really great. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and up, and chasse, and backside front with a round, up. We are not looking for cookie cutter dancers. We are looking for people who really have a passion for it. We really want to meet you where you are and help facilitate growth within your own dance practice.
Jiminy Cricket, Miss Rita really works those dance classes. Now I would like to introduce Mrs. Beckerman from our World Languages Department.
Hello, so my name is Miss Beckerman. I teach Spanish here at FALA. I am also here for our French teacher, Miss Neta. Those are our 2 world languages here at FALA. And we start off in grade 8 with a world languages class that runs half the year in French and then switches to Spanish for the remainder of the year. Then we also offer French 1, French 2, French 3 and 4. That is a dual enrollment class with CCC. And we also do the same thing with Spanish. So we have world languages in 8th grade, followed by Spanish 1, Spanish 2, Spanish 3, 4, and which is also the dual enrollment class at CCC. Okay, so in our language classes, we treat communication as a central element, of course. They are language classes. So we do a lot of presentations. We have a lot of role plays in our classes. We focus on a lot of different daily life kind of situations and get students to practice those in different ways. We also do culminating projects at the end of each unit where students can really kind of use their creativity to show different things that they've learned through that unit. We also try to have students collaborate a lot on group projects like country profiles or different kinds of pair work and group work in class to help them develop those communication skills and also get to know one another. And we also have them collaborate a great deal when we do service projects. So another element in world languages is culture, of course, and we try to bring in all kinds of things like food, music, visual arts, history. Also, we bring in holiday celebrations from different countries and traditional games from different places, so we have a lot of fun in class. We also try to include culture when we go into things like service projects. So in the FALA community and in the broader community, we've collaborated with other classes and other teachers on bringing elements that we've learned in class into the community, like working with local elementary schools on Day of the Dead activities. And then, of course, we also in the past have done excellent immersion trips in places like France and Costa Rica. So both of those have been cultural immersion trips with lots of opportunities to speak the local language, practice eating local foods, cooking local foods, shopping at local markets, exploring places like forests and sustainable farms in these countries. So they've been amazing trips, and we look forward to being able to return to them in the future. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Beckerman. It looks like you have a lot of fun in class learning about languages. Up next is a video presentation for engineering, robotics, and the Caveat program.
FALA is a place where you can become who you are, and we'll work with who you are. We don't have like, oh, you need to be a A student with a 4.0 grade point average and be on all these lists in order to be successful here. Or you need to be in athletics and be a really good performer. Or nor do you even have to be a stellar dancer. We'll teach you how to love dance. We'll teach you how to love art. We'll teach you how to love to think. Remember, we use the rubber bands, those big surgical bands, to pull back and launch something into the air. My name is Rich Kruger. I teach aeronautical engineering. I teach Lego robotics engineering. I teach astronomy. I teach physics. I teach outdoor explorations, and I teach 6th grade liberal studies here at FALA. I also have, I teach a advanced engineering class that is open to all high schoolers from sophomore to senior level, and we meet at a different room off campus. Thing here, pull is in centimeters, and acceleration is in meters per second squared. Yeah. You had a 4 centimeter pull, and you got a what?
1.8.
A 1.8 meters per second. Good.
All right, so now
So you got to keep doing this a couple.
Yeah.
I want a ton of points. The more data points you have, the better formula you're going to have, right?
Sounds good.
Crank out the data points. Engineering has developed throughout the years, and currently we have Lego robotics engineering, and it's have classic Lego robots that students build, and they learn how to program these and then drive them autonomously using artificial intelligence for sensors and the entire, so it's mechanical engineering and computer engineering all in one little pocket here. And then aeronautical engineering, currently we're working on these rockets, and these rockets will go 300 to 400 feet in the air, just powered by air. Later we'll be working on kites, and then we'll also be working on water rockets to actually launch a payload up and recover it with a parachute and come down.
Mine doesn't work. So I'm making a rocket that's strawberry shortcake theme, and Aaron doesn't know how to make a rocket.
We've been basically helping him the whole time.
This rocket that I made is probably my best one. It flew the highest out of all of them. It went like super, super high up, and then it just came down. You can see the dirt marks on it.
So it's hands-on. It's literally you're building with hands. I try to stay away from the computer as much as I can because I think there's a deep need for us to be able to still physically build stuff. I also teach computer-aided design in my advanced engineering course and with use of 3D printers, but at the lower levels it's really important to be able to build stuff with your hands and build it repetitively so you get better at something. A lot of places have these things called makerspace, and the makerspace is just another word for a lab. And we have that mentality here in our arts classes and in some music classes where students come in and they have something they work on. It's not a lecture based or, okay, you have to build this, you have to go through this process. And the students are working on a project that they see the results of. And it's an open classroom for that. The students are going at their pace. I'm able to challenge some more and help others to how they can develop their craft. And what I really like about that is as a teacher, I can do some really innovative things and not be locked into a sort of a cookie cutter way of teaching.
Atticus, launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wow. We almost got one of the birds.
WALL-E is my advanced engineering class through Caveat. Caveat is kind of an after-school program for kids. And WALL-E is the process of a couple years of building a better WALL-E over and over. So this is WALL-E 3.0. And I have two FALA students who have done some really outstanding work on WALL-E and really brought WALL-E into some amazing applications. WALL-E is going to competition at the end of the month down in Phoenix. What makes FALA special is the relationship with the arts and the academics, because it creates a balance, I think, in a student, because in science we try to critical inquiry, to try and think about the processes behind cause and effect, how things happen in the world. But in order to think well about that, you have to have imagination. And Einstein himself said that the most important thing you can learn or adapt is your imagination.
Okay, so we'll do 0.7 to 0.9.
FALA is a place where you can become who you are.
Kruger, I didn't know you did all that. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Cassidy of the high school English and so much more.
Hi everyone. Hi, my name's Alex Cassidy, Mr. Cassidy. I teach high school English. I also happen to do a little bit of journalism. That is an elective course we offer here at FALA, which includes yearbook, newspaper production on a bi-weekly basis, as well as media production, who is helping to run this show that you're currently viewing. Beyond that, I also do student council work. I'm the advisor for student council, and so we got a lot of leadership opportunities there. My apologies. And beyond that, I'm usually just around here till about 7 p.m. on campus doing something, whether it's a board game club or some meetings or, again, helping out with some events. So our high school English experience is awesome. That journey starts with myself for 9th, 10th, and 11th grade. So in 9th grade, we get some awesome reading material, and I try to break English out of the mold of let's us read a textbook and do every other question. It's very engaging and interactive. I try to incorporate pop culture and music into my curriculum best I can. And this year I'm joined by Miss Cruz, or Margarita Cruz, who also teaches one of those 9th grade sections. Going into 10th grade, it becomes more about student choice, as we start transitioning to preparing the young minds to go into AP and DE coursework and take on more challenging courses 11th and 12th grade if that's their path. I try to ensure that curriculum allows for a lot of choice. We do awesome things like an album study where students get to choose an album of music that they get to study and analyze and annotate. We have some awesome stuff with choice read novels at the end of the year. And again, it just becomes this focus of enabling students to use the tools that we learn in an English curriculum for critical thinking and for expressing ideas, and how we can turn those into awesome, unique, creative ways of just sharing and learning together. Going into 11th grade for American literature, we have an incredible curriculum as well. Again, highly interactive and trying to focus on contemporary America and looking at kind of the trends that we see in today's society. And beyond that, we also have Miss Cruz, who offers AP and DE coursework for 11th and 12th grade. It is a combined class structure for literature and then language and composition, which kind of alternates every year. So you get an awesome mixture of 11th and 12th graders who get to really interact and build those close, peer groups across grade levels at the upperclassmen level. Going into world literature, senior year, Ms. Cruz offers this amazingly diverse set of authors and literature, and again, kind of tries up that creativity and interactivity to help students collaborate and discuss some of the amazing things that we read and relate them to our real lives, which is the importance of literature. We also offer an incredible creative writing curriculum, again taught by Ms. Cruz, that includes Intro to Creative Writing for middle school, as well as an intro level for, I believe, 8th through 12th grade. And beyond that, we also offer for advanced creative writing for a high school course, AP/DE credit for that through CCC. And so you can kind of get a nice little DE credit for dual enrollment on that creative writing program. Overall, high school English is fun. I enjoy teaching it. I'm a little bit biased, perhaps, but yeah, it's something that I think students enjoy, and it hopefully redefines what an English classroom should look like. Yeah, so I'm just thrilled to be able to provide that here at FALA, and it's such a wonderful place, and I'm so glad that we can have students who are this creative and can bring that energy and that insight to whatever it is that we're doing on a given day. So it's awesome. Yeah, but thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Mr. Cassidy. And you're actually seeing Mr. Cassidy at work right now. So this whole video production thing, all this stuff that's going on, his students are running right now. So you're seeing Mr. Cassidy's work as this production is happening. So truly amazing job bringing everyone together. I wanted to work up a Radiohead song to sing right now. Is it Radiohead? What's your pride? No, that's not Radiohead. Anyways, I think we have another video coming up here about outdoor explorations. Is that correct? All right, let's roll that video.
It's more than just getting an appreciation for the outdoors. I would say working together as a group is a really important skill in life. And I think at FALA we really emphasize collaboration, working together. So my name is Nadej Neda. I mostly teach other French classes here. And I also have the pleasure of teaching 2 electives, liberal studies for 6th grade and outdoor explorations middle school. I love teaching this class because I personally love being outside and enjoying the outdoors. On an everyday basis, we stay around campus, so we go a lot on the urban trail. We have Schultz Trail nearby, but we also do a lot of field trips. So we have done in the past few years a trip to the Grand Canyon where we went camping together, we did a hike together. Every year we do a backpacking trip in the fall. We sometimes do a trip to the climbing gym in town during the winter, so we can stay inside and still have fun. We do skiing trips at the Nordic Center. 2 main things that are really important to me in that class is, number 1, that students learn to enjoy the outdoors. And the second thing is, I think they learn how to be a part of this community. Every year we do trail maintenance in partnership with the Forest Service. So we've worked with groups like the Sierra Club, and we learned about the Rio de Flag, the Watershed Project. We also did a tree planting project in an area here that burned a few years ago. And so we had tiny, tiny ponderosa trees that were planted from seeds in the hope that they're going to grow back and that the forest is going to be healthy again. So we have pretty much 3 main goals in that class. We talk about how to enjoy the outdoors respectfully and in a safe way. And we also talk about the nature around us and, getting to know the nature around us and appreciate it. Being a good member of the community, so doing service learning projects. Enjoying the outdoors safely is knowing how to use a map, a compass, knowing how to prepare for a hiking trip, a backpacking trip, a skiing trip, or whatever trip the students want to do. And it also involves talking about survival skills. So what do we need to survive outside? And then discovering the nature around us is, using field guides. We make our own field guide in the class. So students learn how to identify plants, animals that we see around our campus, which we're really lucky is next to the urban trail.
Outdoor exploration looks super fun. Or was that when I was in school? Oh wait, I did go here, and it was amazing. Switching back to some of our stellar academic staff, here is Miss Chamberlain representing high school math.
Chamberlain! Oh, sparklies, the sparklies! Woo-hoo!
I see we forgot the invite.
Yeah, not sparkly.
My eyes.
Oh, there you go. Way to outshine us there, Kruger. Hi, I'm Jessica Chamberlain, and I like math. And I'm also representing high school math at FALA. I teach Algebra 2, Pre-Calculus, Calculus, AP, and Quantitative Reasoning. I think it's not very hard to think of a negative experience in a class, especially in a math class. Sometimes math can make us feel really inadequate. At FALA, though, we seek to create a supportive classroom, one where mistakes are made, allowed, and understood as part of the learning process. I truly believe that the biggest part of math and life is just trying. So through group work and class discussions, students work with and explore solutions connecting to math on a conceptual level, rather than just memorizing it as a process. In my classroom especially, we follow an experience first, formalize later approach. So we start with more of a real-world problem or idea with multiple entry points. So people can start at any level that they're starting at or that they're coming from. And then after collaborating with each other, students are encouraged to notice and wonder about the math. So using their critical inquiry and reasoning.
We formalize it later by adding some vocabulary and strategy to the stuff they've already noticed. Believe it or not, math class can be discussion-based. It's not all notes and it's not all practice problems. We also offer diverse assessments, so projects, written assessments, oral assessments. Learning isn't one size fits all, and testing shouldn't be either. People are able to show what they know in a multitude of ways. I'm also representing Mix Porter, who does Algebra 1 and Geometry at FALA. And Mix Porter has to say that in their classes, creativity, collaboration, and critical thinking to ask questions and solve problems that matter to them is what students go through. Students also build confidence in their problem-solving abilities as they work on creative projects in a supportive classroom community. Mix Porter meets students where they're at and challenges students to expand how they understand themselves as problem solvers, both within and beyond the classroom. And thank you for having me tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you, Ms. Chamberlain. You really do find interesting ways to facilitate learning math. Didn't you just win an award for that? I think so. Well, up next is a word from the theater department. Run that video.
That's really awesome insight on what improv can offer. It's so low pressure. You could have a character you hate and then you never have to see them again. Or maybe you find a character doing this that you love and then you want to workshop that character and write a whole sketch for that character and a whole movie for that character. That's how a lot of people at Second City and SNL get to their sketches.
I think it's important to know that it's more than a school, and if you just want to come here and study really hard, that's fine, but you can really create a family here. You can also explore who you are and who you want to be safely here, and I think that's part of the magic. My name is Erin Buckley, and I am the FALA theater teacher.
Thank you so much. So my popular morning show is actually going to film here right now, and I have 3 amazing experts that I'm going to interview. Can I have 3 experts, please?
In our theater departments, we don't do musicals, we just are doing straight plays. And across all the classes, we kind of stick to following Stella Adler's acting techniques, even though we try to learn about all different kinds of acting techniques. We kind of started with the intro classes, going as far back as we could with Shakespeare, and then brought it into the modern age, whereas the acting students kind of just jump right in with the more modern stuff. We watch a lot of plays to kind of get some context of what it looks like to be on stage, but we have been able to put on a couple of productions. Our acting class did Shakespeare in Love, and my other acting class is going to be doing Peter and the Starcatchers, and my intro to theater kids have their first shows this year too. I would like to think we take a pretty well-rounded approach where even though, yes, we're focusing on actors and becoming good performers here, we also learn about all the different aspects that go into creating a theater piece, and like the sets, the costumes, the props. Students have opportunities to take leadership roles as directors, giving feedback to everybody.
It is a difficult process. Condensing the band members into such a confined space, very tough. However, I believe that we've come to a more efficient strategy.
One of our biggest goals is to get out into the community to do our shows this semester and hopefully next year, in order to kind of expand what we know in order to interact with other spaces and also maybe get more community members and seeing our shows. We've had people go on to successful Broadway careers, people go on to regional theaters, maybe doing tours. There's also been people work with big celebrities like Ariana Grande, Beyonce. I think something that kind of sets us apart is even if you're not going to go into theater, how what you learn in the theater room is going to help you with other things, whether it be the arts or academics or going out into the world, things like that. I think our students really want to be here. They want to be involved with their arts, which makes it really magical to be able to teach in the arts department because you kind of are considered a fun class maybe, which is great because they're really high energy, which definitely brings my energy up, and it's great. I love it.
We love you, theater department. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, theater department. Oh, yes, we do. And when you're not with us, we're blue. Oh, theater department, we love you. But not as much as we love science. And with that, Mix Big, come on up here.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, thanks for having me.
Good to have you here.
Well, I'm Audrey Baird. I am the curriculum and instruction lead for academics for FALA, and I teach high school science, one of two amazing high school science teachers. Something that is unique about FALA is that we do phenomena-based inquiry, where students explore natural phenomena that occur in the environment and explore that through models, through asking questions, and engaging in hands-on labs. Specifically in biology, which is freshman year, students will engage in things such as dissections, and that ranges from, biology to chemistry. Sophomore year, which would be some fire, and now would be the time to have some fire. And of course, we're here in the music room, so this is going to go well. Watch out. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Oh, this is great. Oh no. Fire! We do an entire unit based on fireworks and making things explode, which of course is the best part of chemistry. Anyone would agree. We also engage in activities such as Science in the Park, where we ran a game show this past year. We also do STEM Fest at the Dome every year, engaging with students from across the Flagstaff community. We also offer a variety of AP courses, so after students take biology and chemistry, they can either take physics or astronomy, or they can take AP environmental science, which is offered every other year, with AP biology. And so in those classes, we do project-based learning, where students most recently designed some sustainable farms, and they had to experience some hardships such as droughts, pests, and their neighbors. That can sometimes be the hardest part of being a farmer. But overall, the science department is looking forward to doing some cool stuff this upcoming year, and we're excited to meet some new people. So thanks for having me.
Thank you. Good. Well, that was certainly enlightening.
Yes, I agree. That was quite illuminating. And now to finish off our arts department with a little song and dance from musical theater.
I think FALA in general, and the Performing Arts program in particular, gives our students an opportunity to explore new things and try things that they haven't necessarily tried before in their lives. And through that discovery, they learn about themselves. Hi, I'm Eric Walden. I teach musical theater, both introduction to musical theater and advanced musical theater. And I also conduct the choral music program, that is singing in an ensemble, both on an introductory level and in an advanced level. That, I think, is a unique opportunity at our school, and the way we approach education here is to empower the students to make those discoveries and try something new that maybe they would never have had a chance to try otherwise. So musical theater is this wonderful blending of three performing disciplines of acting, singing, and dancing. And it's an opportunity to get experience in all three areas at the same time while we're doing live theater. It's a tremendous way to express our human condition and the things we go through in life in the format of acting, singing, and dancing, and doing all three, which can be quite a challenge. Like most things in life, the professionals make it look really easy. And it turns out there's some skill involved. In musical theater, because there are so many disciplines involved, most students are getting experience in something new. In the introductory class, we often have students who maybe they've acted before, or in their elementary school they were in a play, but they maybe have never had a dance class. Or some students who've sung before in an elementary school choir, or a church choir, but they've never had to act before. So it is bringing in new experiences to our students' lives, and it's working as an ensemble. Theater is a collaborative effort. And in our musical theater program, we are very, very mutually supportive. Our musical theater program is about building each other up, giving each other encouragement. So we have students at the end of every semester. I get students coming to tell me, Mr. Walden, I didn't know I could do that. I've never sung in front of people before. I didn't know I could do that. That's the aha moment for many students, is that discovery that sure you can, in the right circumstances, with positive support, you can do things that maybe you didn't know you could do. FALA is a very, very special environment. We celebrate people for who they are and meet our students there and encourage them to be who they are. And in the arts, we are giving them an avenue to express themselves, mentally, emotionally, physically, in the case of dance and theater. And I think we are unique in the aspect that we are not demanding they become somebody else. We are not demanding that our students conform to be something they're not, to be somebody they're not. It is that celebration of who you are, meeting you there, and let's grow together. We have alumni from FALA's musical theater program who've chosen to go on and study musical theater at a university level. Sometimes they want to become a teacher or a university professor. Some of them have chosen to go on and have a career in professional musical theater as a performer or a stage director in musical theater. We have FALA alumni who have performed on Broadway. We have FALA alumni who have performed in films and on television. We have a recent graduate who was just in a production in New York of Spring Awakening, is now cast in a production of Chorus Line. Now, I want to make clear that the objective of our musical theater program isn't necessarily to turn out professional performers. It's to give everybody an opportunity to have the experience of doing musical theater in an ensemble and in a healthy environment. But there are those who have chosen to go on, and again, we're going to support students in whatever their goals are. It's not about what FALA's goals are for them. It's what the student wants, and we're here to support that and help them become successful in musical theater and in life.
Our school is truly dynamic. And we can't forget to mention the film production services provided by Mr. Petnow. Mr. Petnow! Here are Basil and Phoebe. They want to talk about some of the amazing clubs we have here on campus. Come on up here, Basil and Phoebe.
Hi, I'm Basil.
And I'm Phoebe. And, well, starters, thanks, Kruger. We have a plethora of clubs and something for everyone here, starting with the FALA Environmental Coalition,
The FALA Middle School Robotics Team,
Project LIT,
the National Honor Society,
Indigenous Youth Club,
the National Juniors Honor Society,
Rotaract,
NHSDA,
the National Arts Honor Society,
Aerial Arts Club,
Religious Studies Club,
Table Manners,
Mushroom Club,
Poetry Out Loud,
and Student Council and Selection-Based Club for Student Body Representation,
Dungeons and Dragons Club,
and the Ultimate Frisbee Club.
Here is Eli and ACG.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we are pretty much nearing the end, but Alex, I think we have a few more logistics to talk about. Here we go.
Logistics.
Logistics.
All right, so for some logistics on campus, because every school is a little bit different, so I want to explain just a couple things going on here at FALA. We operate on block scheduling. So that means that we trade off A days and B days. Class times are 85 minutes. And then Fridays trade off every other Friday is an A day or a B day. Once a month, we have early release. So our teachers can have some professional development. That means students get to go free a little bit early once a month. And another logistical thing we need to talk about is transportation. So we are a public charter school. That means that we don't have school buses. But we do have a really nice deal with the Mountain Line City Bus, and that does allow our students to have a reduced rate to get on that bus, and we have the schedule timed so that the release of our school lines up nicely with the Mountain Line schedule, and so our students aren't waiting around for a long time for that. Thank you, City of Flagstaff, for that resource for our school. Another thing about being a small charter is lunch programming. We don't have a cafeteria. And so we have this wonderful woman named Rachel, and she literally makes homemade food for our students every single day and shows up and sells it with the assistance of some of our FALA students. And I can tell you that there is no better pesto and tomato mozzarella sandwich in Flagstaff. That is the things dreams are made of. So thank you, Rachel, for making that happen for our students. She definitely keeps our kiddos fed. We do participate, though, in a lunch program with a local agency in town, and they deliver sack lunches every day for students who, can't provide lunch. And so we have all of those resources here. Kids don't go hungry at FALA. We have lots of food. Food is love. Anything else? I don't think so for logistics.
No, I think it's mostly just all the other things we want to talk about to do with what's coming up in the next little while.
Yes.
So.
Okay. The next taste of FALA. So if you want to see more of us, more of Kruger, I know that I would love to watch Kruger all night at Taste of FALA. That is going to be February 7th, and that is a Monday night. Just a reminder that you can register for FALA at flagarts.com. Our website is very comprehensive, so if you go there, you can register. And then I'm going to hand it actually back to Eli to remind us one more time about our 25th anniversary.
Yes, thank you very much. It is, as noted, our 25th, and we will be having an entire weekend of celebrations, the weekend of the 7th, 8th, and 9th of April at the CCA and here on campus. And if you are watching and you know FALA alumni or former faculty, please tell them, invite them, please come and celebrate with us. So I think now we are pretty much just near the end. Before we talk about the contact information, I just want to thank everyone who's participated in this. I know we did, so first of all our staff and faculty, and the inimitable Mr. Kruger
and Ms. Buckley over there, yes.
We have mentioned Mr. Patno in film production. I would like also to mention Ms. Elisa Reed, who is one of our dance teachers and produced this entire event and got everyone together, Mr. Cassidy and his production team and so on and so forth, and again, all our staff and faculty and students who came. So thank you everyone for participating and coming, and we are going to put up the contact information, or we already have put up the contact information on the screen, so that'll be there at the end if you want to figure out how to register. And if you have any more questions, please type them in the chat. We'll keep that open for a while, and we will answer questions. And then we are also, I believe, recording this, and we'll be posting this on our website. So you can check back and see all the information here. And we will have another one of these in a couple weeks. And I believe we're good to go. Yeah. So thank you very much. Thanks for coming.
Have a good night, folks.
Thank you.
And take care. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.